I'm not a fan of ceremonial weigh-ins. The drama and sometimes controversy of if a fighter makes weight or how they make weight is, a part of boxing. It's always been that way. So ceremonial weigh-in is basically all the fighters for tomorrow's night's card, Teofimo Lopez, Arnold Barboza, Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez, and Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, all weighed in earlier today. It's 9:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, May the 1st. 24 hours from now, at least Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza, who's about to weigh in now, should be in the ring in Times Square. But the fighters really weighed in earlier today at about 12 p.m. noon or so. The weigh-in, once again, took place at 6 p.m. So the fighters are already rehydrated by that time. Now, Arnold Barboza and Teofimo Lopez, it's for the unified, the WBO interim, which Barboza has, and the full WBO at 140, which Teofimo Lopez has. The second fight, Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez, is at a catch weight of 144 pounds. It was rumored that it was going to be at 147. In fact, not rumor. Robert Garcia said it, but turns out, both fighters weighed in at the 144-pound division. Limit. The main event, Ryan Garcia weighed in just under 147 pounds, and so did Rolly Romero. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of I'm not going to say controversy. It's a lot of, by the way, here's Teofimo with the mask. There's a lot of stories floating around trying to compare how Ryan Garcia looked at 147 versus how he looked against Tank Davis and how he looked against Devin Haney. Now, me personally, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I believe that Ryan Garcia did that shit. I'm one of those. I don't believe a lot of the stuff that he was saying during that time. He was drinking. He was an alcoholic. I don't know if he was on other drugs, but we know he was drinking a lot, and he was saying a whole bunch of fucked up shit, especially when it came to black people, Muslims, whatever. Listen, I don't think that he's a racist person. I just think that it's like, yo, bro, all right, you went too far. And me personally, I fully haven't forgiven him yet. That's just me. But here I am. I'm going to be paying $90 for this card. By the way, how it works is this fight. Oh, well, let's turn it up. If you want to hear the ceremonial weigh-in, we're going to watch the real weigh-ins later.
139.8 pounds for the undefeated challenger, Arnold Barboza Jr. Next on to the scales, the reigning and defending champion, a two-time world champion.
By the way, I want to pick Arnold Barboza, but Arnold Barboza.
But a native of, originally from Brooklyn, New York, USA. Stepping onto the scales.
I feel Barboza is out of his prime.
The defending champion tomorrow night, and he is Teofimo. The takeover, Lopez.
Remember, Barboza's been around for some time. He's 33 years old.
World champion, Teofimo, the takeover, Lopez.
Now, maybe if you would have asked me, I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago, that would be like, hey, man, Barboza, he can beat Teofimo Lopez. But now, especially with the way he's looked in the Jack Catterall and the Sean McComb fight, that's 2 of his last 3 fights. He didn't look good. And a lot of people thought that Sean McComb should have won. Also, he got slapped. He got to avenge that. So once again, Teofimo is 27 years old. Barboza is 33 years old. And there's also the question if he may have stayed at 140 too long. We both know that both of these guys are big 140-pounders. Both can compete at 154, max weight limit one day. So anyway, let's listen to the interviews. And from my understanding, if Lopez wins, are they trying to go with him in boots? Because we already know that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is sealed for October if they win the rematch. But what's supposed to be the path for Teofimo? Now, really, he don't really want to be at 140. He's on his way to 147 pounds. So I don't see him unifying in the division. But also, with Teofimo, even though he should be the favorite, you don't never know what Teofimo going to show up. You know, yeah, he was going through a lot of shit, and it seems like he may be in a better place, but he seems a little bit more erratic than ever. Let's listen to the interviews. By the way, Copinger's not doing it for me, man. Just not doing it. The fighters. See, they're going to make me mute it. That'll get me copywritten, the Eye of the Tiger. Let me see if they turn it down for the post-weigh-in interviews.
Just feeling it.
Okay.
For your first title shot, you're 33 years old. You're now 24 hours away. How are you feeling?
Oh man, if I'm ready, baby, let's get active.
Yeah, Copinger not doing it for me.
In your eyes, the other two main events have faced off all week, but this was your first face-off with Teofimo. What did you see in his eyes?
Oh man, we're ready. Both of us are ready, baby. We're gonna put on a show for New York City, baby. Times Square, make history. Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Have some fun, baby.
And again, not just a wait for a title shot, but it's Teofimo Lopez in particular you've wanted for years. Why?
Oh man, because everything I've been through, man, I got this from the dirt, man. Anything given to me, man, it's all earned, hard way. My last two fights, man, from my old promoter to my new promoter. But we're gonna see, man. We really real takeover tomorrow.
Arnold Barboza, 24 hours away. Good luck.
Thank you.
Look at Teo about to be a little bit of a weirdo. Did I ever tell y'all the story a millionth time about Teo Sr. pulled up on me?
How do you steal the show tomorrow night? Well, so you're wearing a mask, you don't want to talk. What's going on?
I want to fight. I want to fucking fight. I'm ready. I want to fucking fight. I'm tired of everybody bullying me. I'm ready. No more. No more. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm ready. Been ready.
Yeah, you've waited almost a year for this fight. You fought last in June in Miami. Why are you so ready now?
Nah, that was 10 months ago. I'm still ready. Nobody wanted it. We here now. Everybody, thank you all. Look, we're wearing Blue Demon. You know what time it is. Lucha Libre, que viva Mexico, Honduras, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Japón, Japan. What's up, baby? We in the building.
And again, Teofimo, you are the Ring Magazine champion at 140, and we know that when the lights are the brightest, you are at your best. You're going to be fighting in Times Square. What can we expect?
Man, it's not about the lights, man. It's never been about that. It's against all odds. And the odds are not in my favor. Trust. And we against that. So let's go. We ready, man. You know what time it is. At the end of the day, I didn't have no co-signer. They did. We did it this way. Hard way. We went down, came right back up. Linear world champion 2 times. 25. We did it a decade before Crawford.
I thought he said he wasn't going to talk.
We in here. Let's go.
Teofimo Lopez, one of the best fighters in the world, defending his Ring Magazine title.
All right, sheesh. Thought he said he wasn't going to say nothing. But anyway, so here's how the 140-pound division breaks down. IBF champion Richardson Hitchens is going to be taking on George Kambosos in June. That fight was just announced. Can you imagine? That's going to be a snoozer, man. Alberto Puyo is going to be taking on Subriel Matias. That's supposed to be on the Saudis' next big Ring Magazine card. That's supposed to be taking place in July in possibly Central Park with Shakur Stevenson, William Cepeda, and Edgar Berlanga versus who? Let me check. Who he's going to be fighting again? I forgot. Let me check real quick. Who was supposed to be on that card? In the meantime, Haney and Jose Ramirez. Hey, this is also a sleeper fight, too. This Jose Ramirez fight. Berlanga. Shakur. Let's see if it pops up that way. Let's see if it pops up that. Oh, this scared the shit out of me, man. Y'all ever see this when they were singing? This was Edgar Berlanga and Shakur Stevenson. Let me tell you what part scared the shit out of me. This just popped up randomly. When Shakur dropped to his knees. I was like, what the fuck? When this first leaked, this looked crazy. Oh no, I was scared to death. I was like, what kind of shit is this? Here we are. This is that card supposed to be taking place in July. Berlanga versus Hamza Shiraz, Shakur Stevenson versus Cepeda, Julio versus Matias, and David Morrell versus Imam. I heard of this guy. Chatayev. Anyway, let's get to the other weigh-in. But what I was saying was, Teofimo, he ain't fighting no Julio. He ain't fighting. It's not enough money down there for him. He's going to 147. It's too bad we never got that Loma rematch, man. That shit is dead and buried. That shit is dead and buried. But yeah, this fight's a sleeper, man, because for one, Ramirez is in a new division, and maybe the extra 7 pounds, remember former unified 140-pound champion, maybe the extra pound is going to help him out, you know, to get back his ferociousness, because the last, 5 or so years, he's been looking kind of, like tired and worn out. Now, Devin Haney, psychologically, how is he going to come back from getting that ass whooping that he got? No matter how you slice it, the Ostarine, however you pronounce the shit, it didn't attribute to the ass whooping. And as somebody said in the chat, no matter what, unofficially or not, it was an unofficial ass whooping. And by a drunk. Ryan Garcia was a drunk. So I'm really interested to see what he's going to be able to do. Also, Devin Haney is training with Shane Mosley Jr. as well. So I'm really interested to see how how is he going to come out there, because a guy like Ramirez is tailor-made for him.
143.8 pounds for Jose Ramirez.
Now, I feel one of these guys had issues making weight. And the reason why I say that is because you can see video of the unofficial weigh-ins for both the other two fights except this one. And I'm going to show you what I mean later on.
Former WBC world champion, ranked #1 in the world by Ring Magazine at 140. He is Devin the Dream Haney. 143 pounds even. 143 even.
There it is. Both fighters.
Devin Haney needs to put on a statement,
Devin the Dream
because
Haney, he always comes in
his
shape.
career.
He's looking in shape this time as well. This one's intense. It has been since yesterday when Devin said he was going to dust Jose Ramirez.
Listen, he knows what's at stake.
I got to mute that. But it's funny how his career got bigger off of the Ryan Garcia ass whooping. Can y'all agree to that? Like, he got more recognition off the fact that he was trending because of the Ryan Garcia ass whooping. And the pay-per-view didn't even do as well as people expected. Remember, according to Oscar De La Hoya, only did about 400,000 pay-per-view buys. So it's one of those fights and shows that it was more popular after the fact, because of the results. But I'm picking Devin Haney, but I'm just not confident. Just like I'm not confident in picking Teofimo Lopez, and that's what makes this card so good. Let's listen in.
We're here with Jose Ramirez, former champion at 140. Now you're fighting.
I wish they would have did this outside.
I
Want to see how they would have pulled it off.
How much better do you feel?
Much better. I'm ready for May 2nd, and I just can't wait, man. I'm blessed and I'm fortunate, and we'll see. But I'm ready to fight, man. That's one thing that I am ready for. Last time I was here, I became a world champion, so I'm ready to make that statement again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jose, we know that you're one of the most polite fighters in all of boxing, but Devin Haney was chirping at you. You're going at it with him right now. What were you saying to him in that face-off?
I'm ready. That's it. There's nothing to say. I'm ready.
Lastly, you are the underdog. Do you feel like you're being slept on in this fight?
I do my talking in the ring. That's it. And tomorrow I'm talking a lot in the ring.
Thank you, Jose. Best of luck. Devin, you hear the boos. I think you like it. What do you feel when you hear those boos?
Let's go!
Embracing the villain role. That's what's up.
Look, I was with you last year when you fought Ryan Garcia. You were woozy, you were weight drains. Now you're fighting at a career high, 144-pound catch weight. How do you feel?
Better than ever. Alhamdulillah. I thank Allah for this opportunity, and I'm going to shine. This is going to be the best performance y'all ever seen from me. This is the best I ever felt. Inshallah, victory.
Okay, we're going to hold him to it.
To mix it up with some antics. You shoved Vasily Lomachenko once. Now you were yelling at Jose Ramirez. What were you telling him?
He going to get hurt.
All right, he said it.
Does that mean you're going for
Y'all
the
believe
salvage?
me?
We're going to see.
And then, of course, you're setting up that big fight with Ryan Garcia. You got to fight first against Jose. What do you want to show Ryan Garcia?
It all starts with Jose. Once I get past Jose, I'm going to get to y'all, boy.
Thank you, Devin.
So anyway, once again, it's supposed to be happening in October. What was I going to talk about? Oh, before the weigh-in starts. Let me go show you. I mean, listen, look at this lineup before they bring out the other fighters. You know, this is $90. Y'all want to hear what Berlanga has to say? I kind of want to hear what he has to say. I didn't watch this part.
Boy, you know, this is history in the making. First time there's ever been.
I can't. The copyright music. Anyway, but for $90, can you really be? I mean, listen, we've paid for worse, man. Remember, PBC charged $50 on New Year's Day to start off the year for Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin. So for 40 more bucks, you get Canelo versus William School. Well, let's just say Canelo, Mr. School don't really count. You get Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. Devin Haney, Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez, Arnold Barboza, Badu Jack, Noel McCallion, Martin Bacoli, Efe Ajagba, that's for the hardcores, Jaime Munguia versus Bruno Saras. $90? $90? $90. You know, can't complain about that. Also, let's not forget the big players now in the 147-pound division is Conor Benn and Boots Ennis. So both of those guys are now in the mix to get any of these guys. 147 is on fire. Let's see here. Terrence Crawford up in there. Let's go to the ceremonial weigh-in. But no, at least Ryan looks sober and clean-headed. I mean, clear-headed. He don't look, you know. Headman Rolly been pretty docile.
Champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. So the third of our triple hitter fights tomorrow night is here for the official weigh-in. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Introducing first from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA.
By the way, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow after the fight.
Wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's the former junior welterweight world champion, Rolando Romero.
I always thought Rolando was a cool-ass name to tell some bitches. Excuse me, language. What's your name, Rolando? For some reason, it reminded me of Scarface. Rolando.
From Victorville, California, USA.
Now, if he
24 fights, 24 victories, 20
he gonna
big
get,
wins
put it this way, both him and Haney,
ranked them up.
if they lose, they're going to get brutalized on social media. With all this AI shit, too, it's going to be ugly. AI ain't no joke no more, man.
First onto the scales, the young man that comes to us from Las
What's
Vegas.
Rick Reno out there doing with the chain
Former
and the
junior.
hat? Well, I'm glad they got the hat
world
on.
Champion, Romero.
146.6.
146.6 pounds for Rolando Romero.
Rolly been on 3 pay-per-views.
Next onto the scales, his opponent. 24 victories, 20 wins by KO, only 1 defeat.
I'll let Rolly get to the top like this.
Ranked among the best in the world at 140 pounds.
Overachiever.
Welterweight fight tomorrow night on the scales. King Ryan Garcia. 146.8 pounds for
There it is.
Garcia.
Main event.
Romero versus
Ryan
Garcia, the third of the triple hitter
Romero.
fights. Fatal Fury at Times Square.
Remember, Ryan Garcia is 5'10".
New York, USA. A great night of boxing. It's all
definitely compete at
pay-per-view
154.
on DAZN.com.
Who picking Rolly?
A short
Or Rollies? Look at my man Sam Watson.
I mean,
Talk to me,
energy wasn't as intense as Teofimo and Barbosza. They turn heads pretty quick. They know doesn't have to be big. They all big punches. You're right. That's all we worried about.
I don't know. Y'all think that Rolly looked different? I mean, Ryan. Let's hear what they have to say. So remember, I'm going to be covering all these fights over the weekend. It's going to be busy, man. The City of the Wolves even good?
Former world champion Rolly Romero. This is gonna be your first fight at 147. And when I was in camp with you in Las Vegas, you said this jumping weight should have come a long time ago. How are you feeling?
Not so hungry this time.
And then again, this is gonna be your second marquee fight. You fought Gervonta Davis also in New York a few years ago.
was huge for 135.
Fighting at Times Square. What are you envisioning?
A knockout. It's a vicious knockout. You see, I knock him out. Long overdue.
It seems like it's been a pretty heated battle between you and Ryan, the face-offs, the trash talk. Is it personal?
I don't know what you guys talking about. It hasn't been heated. I think it's been pretty professional.
All right, so we're going to see the knockout tomorrow night. Is that right?
Of course.
All right, Rolly Romero tomorrow night in Times Square. Thank you.
Copeland's up there like he got a stick up his ass.
All right. I think
It'll take some time, though. Let's see if he catches stride over the next few weeks.
Stars in all of
Couple months.
boxing. You're going to be fighting at a career high 147 pounds. We know how big you are. How much better are you feeling right now?
Much better. You know, this is the weight class I belong in. This is the one I feel the most comfortable. So excited to start my journey at 147.
And this is going to be your first fight in a year. You had the layoff. Was that layoff good for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, but inactivity is the worst thing you have in your career. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of boxers go through it. I've been through it many times before, so I'm going to show out come Friday night.
Yeah, at yesterday's press conference, we saw you and Bill Haney get into it. And when I was with you in camp in La Jolla, you told me it's not personal between you and Devin, but it is between you and Bill. Why?
I mean, I'm not going to give too much energy into that. You know, he likes to talk a lot, but at the end of the day, you know, I got to focus on Rollies tomorrow because without winning that, we can't have that rematch. So I got to stay focused on Rollies. He's a power puncher, so I got to watch every step.
Times Square, New York, you're going to be right in the center of the universe. Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest stars in all of boxing. How excited are you?
I'm super excited. I'm just blessed with this opportunity. I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, over everything. And, you know, we're ready to do our job.
Thank you, Ryan Garcia. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Thank you. Let's get it.
So, let me say this. What would you give this card? What would you rate it? I am going to rate this card an A. And the reason why I'm rating an A, not an A+, not an A-, but an A. It would be an A+ if Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was facing each other in a rematch. That's the only reason why I'm not rating it. It's, 3 fights, hopefully it's not a whole bunch of filler bullshit. I doubt that it will be, because at the end of the day, they are blocking off Times Square. Also, let's go check this out before we go. I want you to see the actual official weigh-ins that are on the Ring Magazine page. Also, I did a full preview on this final press conference here and fight week for Canelo versus William School, and I got some Inoue videos to do. I got to cover that card. I'm behind a bit, but here I want you to see the unofficial weigh-in. Now, what you'll notice is they have the unofficial weigh-ins for I'm talking about the official weigh-ins earlier in the day, but they don't have Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. So as you can see, Teofimo weighed at 139.6, Barbosza 139.8. Look at his face all sucked in. I saw that yesterday at the press conference. He was looking fucked. Teofimo probably was looking funny under this mask too. That's probably why he wear the mask. You never know these days with these boxers. Ryan Garcia, 146.8, 146.6 for Rolly. Both fighters at the full 147, so the full 7-pound jump up. So that's why, they both look pretty good. And then Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez, this was yesterday at the press conference before the weigh-in. But they both weighed at 143 and 143.8. Catch weight was 144. Now, if you look, here is the official weigh-in for Ryan Garcia and Rolly.
Put your both feet in. You got that 146.8. Yep. 146.
Look good, right?
Good, Mr. Romero. Put your feet in.
146.6.
Good. 146.6. 146.6.
So, and here's Teofimo and Barbosza.
Both feet in. 139.6. 139.6 for Lopez.
194-0 on the scale. 194-0 on the scale.
Mr. Barbosza on the scale. 139.8. 139.8.
Good job.
But as you can see on the page, there's nothing for Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. Why didn't it get recorded, huh? But yeah, we're gonna be here tomorrow, covering the card. Oh yeah, let's show you how how it's looking so far out there at Times Square. I think Big Turkey put some updates on his page on how it's looking. Let's see if they put some new video up. Oh, that's a promo. But no, it's coming together. I can't wait to see how it's going to look, the finished product. But you can find on social media how it's been looking so far. I can't wait to see everything all lit up at night and see how they use the screens. But logistically, can you imagine getting down there? And I stayed down there before. As I said, I know I keep saying it, but I'm just thinking, like, logistically, just getting down there is just a nightmare. My goodness. On a Friday night, too. Also, Jim Lampley is back. That's nostalgia. But I know it's going to look nice, though. I wonder why they didn't do the weigh-ins or the press conference or anything outside. Obviously, it's a lot to be able to close down even a portion of Times Square, so I guess they just had to go with what they can go with. So with that being said, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. My colleague Donnell is out there giving us some footage, so you can expect some footage over the weekend. And go from there. Follow me on Twitter. The links to my social media right down below in the description box. Thanks for watching.